Okay, I think it's time we really talked about creator toxicity in 2025. Am I burnt out, or is it just getting really bad here? I really just don't know what's happened in 2025, but my whole perspective on content creation and especially the VTuber community has changed a lot. Currently, we're in the era of everyone needs to have an opinion, loudly. And honestly, it's quite disturbing and almost a little scary, because when you think about it, in our political climate at the brink of World War III, and you're expecting every single person to have an opinion loudly, otherwise they risk getting cancelled. And to some degree, I get it. You know, we have people who pretend to be safe spaces who secretly, deep down, they're just bigots. They're just bigots. And you want to be sure that you're supporting the right creators with the right opinions that match yours. I get it. And anyone that speaks out about this sadly gets labeled a bigot or a fascist or, supporting the wrong team. And I truly do understand from the perspective of wanting to make sure that you're putting your money and your time and support to the right ideologies and the right people that don't want to harm people in our world. And I'll be straight, I don't want people to be harmed. I'm quite anti-war and, equality and all that. And that's really important to me. But at the same time, that doesn't need to be connected to my, online activities and the content that I make. And for me personally, I like to focus my content on creating not a safe space specifically, but an escapism from the real world and the real world troubles, which makes this video kind of out of left field for a lot of my normal audience. So if you're a regular and you're like, whoa, Petrie's talking about politics, I'm sorry, but here we go. This isn't a politics video and I will not be going into politics. We're going to talk less about politics and more about the current state of content creation and why I think that's leading to the burnout of not only myself, but a lot of other long-term creators that have been in this space for a long time. We've seen a lot of change, a lot has happened, and it's difficult. Creators, celebrities, heck, even authors are getting cancelled for over the last year or so for not speaking about their opinions. And the scary thing is, you can say absolutely nothing about a topic, and people will assume that you support the worst ideologies because you're not saying anything. And then that label never leaves you. I see it in comment sections on TikTok videos, I see it in the replies on tweets all the time talking about such and such famous author, such and such singer, simply because this one singer held her concert on a day that was relevant to some political stuff. Or this one author didn't speak out about it when this other author did. Therefore, they are permanently labeled with these really, really, damaging labels. And it's terrifying that can happen to you and literally destroy your career because you didn't say anything. But simultaneously, you have to consider why people in social positions don't speak up about political issues and about serious topics. Because let's say I'm looking to get sponsored from a big, beautiful company. I want to be endorsed by the big wigs in gaming or, whatever sponsor. Or I'm looking to join an agency. Let's say you want to make this, successful. Let's just say you want to do this for the rest of your life, the rest of your career. And you want to get sponsored and you want to be endorsed by big companies. Those companies will take one look at your socials, seeing how outspoken you are about political issues and, ideologies, and they will turn their nose away because it's a brand risk. And that's really scary and depressing. But let's say that company doesn't have the same values as you. It's easy to say, well, you know what? I don't want to endorse a company that doesn't share my values. But when this is your livelihood and this is a career, and you really risk getting blacklisted from everywhere. And it happens. It really does happen. You really underestimate how much companies talk to each other, how much agencies, how much PR teams talk to each other. Everyone talks to each other. So you get blacklisted from one place, you're going to get blacklisted a lot of places. There are even agency staff who have spoken up and said hey, actually we do have a blacklist. So even if you audition, we're not going to look at your audition because you've been blacklisted for one reason or another, right? And it's really scary to know that one simple tweet, one simple, being outspoken about one issue can ruin a lot of things for you. So we have that perspective. And it's important to consider that, hey, maybe someone doesn't want to jeopardize their career as a content creator by speaking up about issues. There is also the other perspective of it can be really scary if you put all your time and effort into a content creator and you think they're a great person only for them to turn out to be a piece of shit, right? And that that isn't nice, and no one wants that. And I've had that several times over my last God knows how many decades on the internet, right? So there's two perspectives here. But there is a middle ground where we accept that it's okay for people to not talk about everything. Because what I think people really truly don't consider is, in this age of everyone needing to have an opinion loudly, that it's okay not to have an opinion. It's okay to acknowledge that you don't know enough about a topic to have a formulated, educated opinion. Everyone will jump to take the opinion of someone next to them because, oh, we assume that they know more, right? You know, take the opinion of someone you look up to because, well, surely they wouldn't talk about it if they didn't know enough. But the problem is we're putting so much pressure on everyone to have an opinion on something that people who have this social power, content creators, for example, will take an opinion because they are being pressured by their community and their audiences to. When in reality, this person is just someone in their fucking bedroom who makes YouTube videos or streams on Twitch and doesn't know anything about a topic. Let's take political issues, for example. That's an easy one, right? I am not a politician. I have never studied politics. I don't watch the news because I find it too depressing. But even so, news sources aren't reliable because they have an agenda, right? News sources are backed by government agencies. They're backed by capitalism, you know? So even news sources aren't motivated to give non-biased, honest news. So in reality, where do we get reliable information to be properly educated on topic? And how can you form an opinion and then spread that opinion, share that, without knowing that you've properly educated yourself on it? We can't expect creators to have knowledge and understanding of all facets of every problem. That's unrealistic. You can't expect every creator to understand every political issue, every drama issue on Twitter. So why do we put pressure on them to have fully formed opinions on absolutely everything? There is another issue that annoys the crap out of me, and that is, you know, the community currently, content creation in general. Someone will pipe up about their opinions on why another creator doesn't deserve their platform. Okay, fine, valid, you have your opinion, you have your perspective, I love that for you, okay? But then other people start parroting it and joining in because that first tweet gained a lot of attention. And then there's this awful toxic behavior where content creators on social media will see this one person getting attention for speaking up about their negative opinions and perspective on someone else. And then everyone else goes, you know what? This is currently trending on social media. If I join in and I speak up about my experiences with this person, or I don't like the way this person's doing this, that tweet will also gain attention simply because the original tweet is trending. Does that make sense? And so suddenly you have this wave of people who don't even know the original person. You have a whole bunch of people now joining in this brigade against this creator. For example, it happened to me when I hosted the Small VTuber Awards, and it happens every year I do the Small VTuber Awards. Someone decides, you know what, I don't like award shows, so I don't like Petri. Cool, valid, I don't care. You know, I don't care. That is okay. That tweet gets a bit of attention. Then for some reason, everyone starts tweeting almost the exact same phrasing, almost the exact same words. Suddenly, people that I considered friends and mutuals are joining in, thinking, oh, Petri will never see me talking smack about her on Twitter. And they will tweet, you know what? I don't like award shows. I think it's really toxic and it's a popularity contest, blah, blah, blah. Whatever their opinion is. And they feel that they will gain, you know, attention. And they do. They get loads of attention from it. And it incites and encourages people to talk badly about others more. And you know what? That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. Tell me why people that I have hung out with, had private DMs with, chilled out with, you know, met in person at conventions, whatever, have spent time with, considered one of my friends in the industry. Tell me why they're suddenly now talking mad shit about me and the projects that I'm doing because that's a trending topic right now. And then come into my replies and be all friendly. Like, no, honey, I saw what you posted about me. We are no longer friends. Friends do not do that to each other. I don't want to be one of your mutuals anymore. Like, I'm not your oomphy. It's crazy. And I see this happening all the time. There is currently a creator, and I'll be honest, I don't know the ins and outs of this topic. I don't know enough. I haven't spoken to anyone involved in this topic, so I have no place to be speaking about my opinions on this topic. All I know is it's currently all over my feed. There is a creator who does giveaways for models, and they're known as being a popular rigger. And they are popular and well known for their giveaways and what they give back to people. Their freebies and all sorts. They are currently being jumped on by every single person in the VTuber community because one person said, hey, you know what? I don't like that you're doing this specifically. And when I say it like that, that sounds like it's completely unreasonable. I'm not saying the original point is unreasonable. What I think is unreasonable is everyone jumping on and being like, you know what? That's awful that you're doing this. That's super toxic. Okay? That is craziness. You are not involved in this conversation. You are not involved in these issues. You are not affected. You don't know anyone involved. You haven't personally spoken to anyone involved. So why are you speaking up and tweeting about it? You do not know enough about this topic to be talking about it. Okay? That is my opinion. Now, also, simultaneously, there was some kind of tournament, and a bunch of creators were involved, big and small. Now, one small creator dipped out of their team to join a team with a big creator. As I understood, they communicated that clearly with the team, and the team were like, shoot your shot, baby, you know? And they did. They joined the bigger team. Now, all of a sudden, two people in the first team come out about how this person is a horrible person, they were nasty, I can't believe they did this to us, blah, blah, blah. Everyone jumps on this small, like really small creator who shot their shot and got an opportunity of a lifetime, got an opportunity of their VTubing career, shall we say. And everyone is jumping on this person and calling them awful and tweeting about how disgusting it is that you would do that and how it's blah, 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 blah. Imagine how it is to be on the receiving end of that, knowing that two people have just decided, you know what, I want my opinions heard about why this person sucks. And then everyone decides, oh, I'm going to get clout, I'm going to get social credit by joining this trend of calling this person awful. It makes me look good to tweet about how awful everyone else is anytime I get the opportunity. Right? That's fucked up. So this original person that's getting clowned on, they come out and say, hey, actually, here's the receipts, here's what happened. And then do you know how stupid you look because you spoke up about it and said, wow, this person sucks. And now you have been proven wrong by the person who came out and said, hey, actually, this is my perspective and this is what happens. And then so many of you people are going back and being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Look back in your own tweets, honey. Look back in your own tweets. I saw that you talked mad smack about them. You know, people don't think that when they talk shit about others on Twitter and social media, they don't think the person they're talking about is ever gonna see it. They don't think they're ever gonna see it. But the truth is, they do. They do. I can tell you as someone who has been in this position that when people are talking about you and the things you're doing on the internet, like my timeline was filled with people's awful opinions about me and the Small VTuber Awards, simply because it was about me and the algorithm knows it. Because it's craziness. So I'm begging you all, I'm begging everyone on the internet to please stop pressuring everyone to have an opinion about everything. It is okay to have an opinion and not talk about it. It is okay to have an opinion and not give yourself a platform on that opinion. It is okay to acknowledge that you don't know enough about something to have an opinion. I sure as fuck don't know enough about anything to have an opinion on things. I don't know enough about politics. I don't know enough about, global economics. I don't know enough about what's going behind closed doors between this couple that broke up that you're now cancelling. I don't know enough about this one creator who's doing giveaways to have an opinion on it. So I'm begging you, before you go on your rant on Twitter, to consider that maybe you don't know enough about a topic, and that is okay. That's all I have to say on the topic. Thank you for listening. It's been a bit of a rant. However, I would like to do more video content. And if this is the kind of video that you enjoy, please do let me know, because I have a lot of opinions, because please do let me know, because I've been on this platform. I've been a content creator for many, 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 many years. And I've seen a lot of stuff. And I feel like I have a lot of experiences to share. And, you know, sometimes I feel like people just want to listen to someone talk, even if it's nothing of note. Also, if you're interested in the game behind me, this is 2 Point Museum by 2 Point Studios, a fantastic game. I'm enjoying the ever-loving crap out of it. And if you want to check it out, I've put the Steam link down below in my bio. It's really good. It's a huge step up from their first game in the series, 2 Point Hospital. It's funny, it's a bit crazy, and they've really added a whole bunch of new mechanics compared to 2 Point Hospital. If you have played the earlier games in the series, like 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Campus, so 2 Point Hospital, you build your treatment centers and you cure people of their crazy diseases, and that's about it. It's very simple. 2 Point Museum, you build your historical museum, you expand into botany, you expand into marine life and building an aquarium, you expand into haunted houses, and you send your staff, or you train them up and you send them on expeditions to go and acquire more exhibits for your museum, which is really cool. And there's a whole bunch of new mechanics around that, and it's honestly a lot of fun. I really recommend it. I've been playing the ever-loving crap out of it since it came out. But you can check that out. Link is down below. Lastly, I want to say thank you for watching. I have been a bit burnt out, I think, and I'm finding it hard to just make content again. And I'm hoping this kind of content will be a bit of a bridge into enjoying content making again. I am a bit burnt out from content creation and the pressure to perform and be at 100% all the time on stream and in all of my content, and the pressure to achieve when I don't have the energy and capacity to. And when you've been doing something for a really, really long time and you still haven't achieved, you know, the goals like hitting a partner on Twitch and even on YouTube, it can be hard and it can, you know, damage your morale a bit. Anyway, I have some really cool things planned. If you're watching this in the current early 2025, then in April, I am hosting a mega huge charity event with almost 100 content creators. We'll see on the exact numbers. We're going to raise as much money as we can for WWF, the worldwide fund that do global efforts on global conservation, and it goes to a fantastic cause. So if you would like to join me for that, I'm planning something really cool across many channels. It'll be a huge event, and yeah, it's called Virtually Unstoppable, and we're currently raising money for WWF. After April, there will be more charity events with Virtually Unstoppable, so I hope you will stay tuned for that, and some of the other stuff I'm working on. Yeah, okay, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Or will I? Who knows if I will ever post again or if I will get cancelled. Goodbye! Oh, and also, if you do agree or even disagree, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So don't be afraid to leave a comment down below, because this is an open discussion and I honestly would like to hear your perspectives on it. And maybe you can change my opinion on it. Or maybe I will have changed your opinion. Either way, please do engage down below in healthy, friendly conversation, and perhaps we can work together on improving the current status of the online community. and being way too opinionated. But anyway, thanks for watching. Wow, what a crazy one.